What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you how to create this simple loading spinner using HTML and CSS. So first thing first, I'm gonna right click on my desktop and I'm gonna create a new folder and I'll call it HTML CSS spinner. So after that, I'm going to open my VS Code. I'll go to File, Open Folder, navigate to my desktop and then choose my folder and then select folder. So let me just expand it. I hope it's visible enough. So from here, I'm going to create a new file. Yes, let's trust this. So from here, I'm going to create a new file and I'm going to call it index.html. So let me just expand it a little bit. I hope that is more visible now. All right, so I'll create HTML structure by pressing Shift and exclamation mark, and then I press enter. So I'll write my heading right there and call it loading spinner. So after that, I'm going to create a div and I'm going to give it a class spinner inside my body. Press enter. So that's what we have for the HTML. So the next thing is we have to style our spinner so that it's loading. So if I right click this and open with live server, you can see we have nothing. Okay, so let's close this title. All right, so just below the title we are going to write some CSS. So I'll write my style tag over there, and then the first thing is let's style the body. So we want to make sure that everything is in the center. So I'll say display flex, and then I'll give it a text align center, justify content center. This is just to make sure that everything we are working on is going to be center. Align items center, and then let's give it height over 100, vertical height, and that's all for our body. Now next thing, we are going to style our spinner class. To style classes, you're just going to start with a dot. So I'll put a dot and then with my class name, which is spinner. So from here, the first thing is we are going to give it a border and color. So we can say border 4 pixels solid, and then here we are going to give it a color which is grayish RGBA, and then which is 0, 0, 0.1. So let me minimize this and then show you what we are doing side by side. I hope this is visible enough. Let me reduce this. I hope this is fine. All right, then next is we are going to do border left color. Let's give it a color that is bluish, 07609A. Then let's give it a border radius of 50%. And then let's give it a width of 50%, height 50 pixels. Width 50 pixels. And then also height, let's give it 50 pixels. So let's refresh. So when you refresh, you can see that is what we have. So we just have the spinner. So back to our code. Now we are going to give it animation. So let's do animation. We're gonna say spin 1 second. And we do linear infinite. So let's refresh. Now to see the action, we need to give it some keyframes. So here I'm gonna do at keyframe. The keyframe is spin, which is there in the animation. This. So we're gonna say to transform rather. So we are going to rotate it 360 degrees. 360, dig. Close our CSS. Now let's refresh. So we're gonna add another 0 here. See there, RGBA 0.1. So let's refresh. So when you refresh, you can see now this is our spinner. Now let's go through the code again. You simply create a div class spinner, and then here Actually, the actual CSS starts from here. We're gonna give it a border of that RGBA, then the color, which is the spinner color, you can see. Border radius of 50 pixels. We did that animation. We're gonna say spin, and then we add that keyframe for spin right here. And transform, we rotate to 360 degree. So that's what will keep it rotating. So this other CSS for the body is just basically to make everything center. We can actually remove this. So let me just comment on this and then refresh. You can see that it still shows, but it's this other side. So this was just to make it be center aligned. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Try this project out and learn your CSS.